This might be an unpopular opinion, but I will date them all until a man tells me he wants me for himself.
The worst part about dating is the fact that I go out and I have a great time with these guys, but then I'm like, wait, I don't know if I'm compatible with this person. Like, I had a freaking blast on my date, but I'm also like, are he and I compatible? But should I just be dating to have fun, or should I be dating with intention? And that's where it becomes kind of hard, in my opinion. I don't know if anyone else agrees.
Nigeria.
Nigeria! Again? Okay, why Nigeria? Why?
My ex is Nigerian.
You like your black men? Is that your type? Would you go for anyone that's white? Brown? Mexican? Why black guys? Tell us, why?
They're hung like a horse. They're sexy as fuck. I like it.
Wow. So, if I could plug you with a black man right now, would you be on that?
Yeah.
You'd be on that? Yeah? Set you up. All right, cool.
A lot of these modern women keep on saying, I want a man to fight for the relationship. I want a man to fight for me, fight for us. The fact of the matter is, you're not worth fighting for. You don't do anything that's worth fighting for. And so a man is saying, instead of me fighting, I'm going to go sit down somewhere and enjoy my time on earth.
This is why, as a man, you should never spend 1 second of your life being sad about losing a woman. It's because every second that moves forward, she loses value. Every second that moves forward, you gain value. Literally. I don't know what else happens every second. A new batch of women is coming up. Some of them might even be more cooperative and hotter and kinder. What are you doing being butthurt about this chick? There's a better on the horizon, my guy. There is always a better. What makes you think that you are so lucky that you picked the best out of 4 billion? You just happened to pick the very best one, and man.
Y'all, so newly single, testing out the waters, you know, seeing what's in this dating pool. There ain't here, but there was a guy recently who was like, I was like, do you think I'm crazy? And he was like, no, but I do have opinions. And I was like, well, what's your opinion? Let me know. And he was like, well, I think you're conceited. And I was like, as I should be. Because if I was insecure, then you would say that I was insecure and crazy. So he's like, well, I'd rather you be insecure so I could control you. What? No, never will happen. And I'll stick to being conceited and uncontrollable. Thank you.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. A lot of these modern women want a traditional man. Man that takes out the trash, fixes cars, goes and puts gas in the car, all that stuff. But modern women don't want to be traditional. Modern women don't want to do anything that caters to a man. So why in the world does it make sense that a man would keep on doing things that cater to you?
I'll tell you exactly why the older guy who doesn't chase always ends up winning. Because every younger guy she's talked to has done the same thing. Over-texting, over-complimenting, showing up too eager, making her the center of everything before she's earned it. So when an older guy shows up and doesn't do any of that, her brain short-circuits. He's interested, but he's not performing. He texts, but he doesn't need a response in 5 minutes. He plans something, but doesn't ask if she liked it afterward. He's just present without being desperate. And here's the part that really gets her. He has a life she actually wants to be part of. He's not building one around her, he already has one. She's being invited in, not recruited. That dynamic makes her work for it. And the second she starts chasing your attention instead of receiving it on demand, it's done. She's yours.
When you ask men, what is wife material? Oh, she can take care of the house. The first thing they say, oh, basically a maid? Interesting. They can say she can take care of my kids. So basically a nanny, another unpaid job that you want her to do for your offspring. Don't tell me this is her kids too. Yes, but she also participated, and how is that her fault that she has more maternal instinct? Wifey material is just another scam, another shady compliment. and they evaluate you like this. So if they tell this is supposed to make you feel good. Actually, you should know they just see you as a perfect slave. She's the wifey material.
A lot of these men have checked out on dating and checked out on women because women have checked out on them. You said you didn't want a man. You said you didn't want men to be around you. You said that you choose the bear. What do you expect a man to do? Okay, well, go have fun with the bear. I'm going to go to a basketball game. You be safe.
If you are a man that is lucky enough to have a woman that gives you her time, energy, feminine essence, whatever the case might be, because you're lucky, let's face it, you're lucky. I don't care if you've been together for 1 month, 2 months, 3 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, take the woman on a date. Take her on a date, plan it, get her some new clothes. If she tells you she's got nothing to wear, let her fill up an online cart, take her shopping, get her to feel beautiful, take her somewhere, just spoil her, because if you put that energy into that woman, you will get it radiated back to you 1,000,000 times more. I promise you. Do it.
All day, every day, therapist, mother, maid, infant, a virgin, nurse.
Okay, be grateful that women want equality, not revenge. What do you call what the F is happening right now? All you guys do is scream, screech from the rooftops. I hate men, all men are trash. You guys can publicly bash men, be openly sexist while claiming to be the victims of sexism. Like, shut the F up. And revenge for what? Or equality for what? Like what do you mean? Thank God women only want equality. You guys, you freaking stupid have had equality for so long now. Like, shut the F up. You guys are delusional, like literally delusional, and I cannot believe that we have a country that allows women to vote. I'm not even kidding, I'm being serious. We could solve so many problems if these stupid could not have any say in the future of our country, because they're literally... I need to roast some more. So if you have an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife or any that needs to be roasted, order a custom roast from yours truly at the link in my bio. People love them, okay?
What a lot of these modern women don't understand is those same men that you're passing up when you're 25, in about 10 years, about 10, 15 years, those are going to be the same men that you want to give you the time of day. Y'all 25, you young, you looking good and all that other stuff. You got it going on until 10, 15 years later when ain't nobody paying attention to you like they used to. And now you want to be in that man's face.
I was sitting at breakfast last week at my hotel. I was by myself, and I observed something that was so heartwarming that I wanted to share with you guys. And by the way, this is another reason why you need to be present and not always be on your phone, because this is what I saw. So there was this old couple, probably in their late 70s, approaching the breakfast table, and the guy actually pulled out his wife's chair for her to sit down. Mind you, this is at breakfast. It's not some fancy dinner. And these people are in their late 70s. Like, they've probably been married for 40 to 50 years. I was in such awe that this guy took the time to pull out his wife's chair. God knows how many times he's done this in their lifetime. I mean, and this is just like a casual breakfast. It was so nice to observe this. I was just thinking, chivalry, do you guys think that men this day and age have the same level of chivalry that our parents' generation has? Let me know in the comments below.
A lot of these modern women go out here and they get rosters, and they really don't understand the cost of rotating through these men. I'm not sleeping with all of them. When you do things like this, you are associating or putting yourself in the wrong mindset, or I should say the wrong lens. When a man sees you doing this, from his perspective, he's like, oh, she's getting around. Well, I'm not getting around. That's what it looks like. And I'm not going to be involved in that.
Men should approach women.
Who typically buys drinks at the nightclub?
Men should buy drinks.
Who typically gets down on one knee?
Men should get down on one knee. Women should not get down on one knee. Girls, stand up.
Okay, isn't that all traditional male behavior?
Yeah.
So don't women typically expect traditional male behavior?
Yes.
Even though they say that gender roles shouldn't matter?
Correct. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I think that all ties down to, like, women are a part of the problem too with our generation, 100%. Yes, women always want an alpha male, regardless of what they say on or off camera. That's what we're all looking for, and that's why we're all angry.
So if women are the biggest enforcers of gender roles, how are women not the biggest enforcers of patriarchy?
Oh, that was good. That was good. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
So then why are men being demonized for the patriarchy when women are the biggest enforcers of it?
I think that women contribute to that, but I think men also allow themselves to fall into that category too.
If I wanted to take you out, we would have already been at Nobu by now.
And that's facts. If a man is genuinely interested in you, he's going to ask you out on a date. He's going to want to plan something. He's going to want to see you. These men who want to talk to you for weeks, want to talk to you for months, never asked you out, never made any plans to see you in person, they're just wasting your time. I wouldn't let a man who is too cheap or stingy to actually plan a date and take me out get that much of my time. Yeah, I understand that you want to get to know somebody. Like, I get that. But how are we talking for 2 and 3 months and you haven't thought that you wanted to see me in person yet? Like, no, men like this are trying to be cheap. They want to get as much as they can from you without investing any time or any money. Men invest in what they're interested in and invest in what they want. I don't care if it's their car. I don't care if it's their sneaker collection. I don't care what it is. If he is interested in you, he will invest in you. And if that's taking you out to dinner, that's what he's going to do. But if you let this man continue to waste your time without putting any time, money, or energy in, that's exactly what he's going to do.
For a lot of men, the begging stopped when men started realizing that them begging never changed the outcome. And I would even say them begging, it's a sign of a lack of respect for yourself. And men are saying, if these women don't even respect me, if they don't even cater to me, why am I begging them to be in my life? I don't get that.
The recent post about why our exes or your significant other moves on so quickly post got like 20,000 views really quickly. I can only imagine that it's because it related to so many people. And the reason that people go into another relationship very quickly is to avoid holding themselves responsible. They are avoiding feeling the shame, the guilt, the pain, and it might be their drug of choice, right? Relationships is a drug of choice for some. They hop from one relationship to the other, whether it's friends or lovers, and it is just their process. So I encourage you to detach from what you're making that mean. So often people make it mean, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy, I'm not for that person, and they just discarded me, they used me,
So these modern women are getting out here and they're approaching men. They're the ones having to go out to men now. They're the ones having to step to men, buy things from men. And now they're realizing what men have been telling them, men have been dealing with forever. You have rejection, you have awkwardness, you have vulnerability. Well, welcome to it. This is what you were calling easy. This is what you were saying, men, grow some and just come up to us. Now you're realizing, recognizing, well, maybe it's not that easy, especially when people try to tear down who you are as a person.
How much does a man have to make to date you?
How much does he have to what?
Make to date you.
How much he has to make? I mean, first of all, he gotta be rich as like Elon Musk. Like
how much?
Like Elon Musk.
You think a guy who's rich like Elon Musk is going for you though?
Elon Musk would eat this pussy all night. 80 years old or 8 years old, he wanna eat this. It's like that.
What makes you think he'd be interested in you?
What makes you think he'd be interested in me? I mean, first of all, I'm so sexy. I'm very natural. Like, I ain't no, hood bitch. Ain't no street bitch. Ain't no airplane bitch. Ain't no one-of-a-kind bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't like that.
So what kind of girl are you then?
What kind of girl am I? I'm super fun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so adventurous. I'm just kidding. I'm really just a bad bitch. I don't give a about nobody. I don't give a fuck. You know what? Every time I meet somebody, they
Everybody.
not take the heat. And that's point blank.
Are the girls that are just super laid back and chill?
Where the the good women at?
Where are the nice girls?
I grew up with a lot of good girls. Now there's like none.
Where have all the good girls gone? It's the question that rattled a nation and led to a flurry of other questions. Where have the good girls gone? Why are they missing? And what is the government doing to take action? American men are pleading for answers.
First noticed something was off when I was on the app and couldn't find a girl that didn't care about partying or makeup. All of a sudden I was like, whoa, where are the good girls at? I knew something was wrong, so I immediately called the police.
911, what's your emergency?
Hi, I'm on Hinge trying to find a good girl, but I haven't been able to find anything, and I think something might have happened to them.
Have you tried checking Tinder?
Yeah, nothing.
All right, I have a unit on the way. Just stay on the line with me, okay?
Okay, thank you. I'm just so scared.
We'll keep you updated as the story unfolds. My name is Francine Beluga, and this is Channel 6 News.
Sassy man apocalypse, this, that, whatever. No, shy man apocalypse. You know what's low-key been giving me the ick recently? Not that you ask or care, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. The art of approaching a girl in public. I've got 2 bones to pick. Number 1 is men who see you in public and then reach out to you on socials the next day instead of just coming up to you. Like, honestly, it's good intention, but no, it's just such an ick that you have to like hide behind your phone and you can't just like come up to me. Like, I'm 5'4", I'm not that intimidating. Additionally, this one irks me even more, but men who add you by search on Snapchat without asking for your Snapchat, whether they saw you in public or they saw you on Instagram or whatever it may be, like, I didn't give you my Snap, number 1, kind of just crazy that you found it. I mean, it's not that hard to find, it's literally my name. I don't know, to me it's like if you see me on Instagram, like DM me. If you see me in person, start a conversation with me. The last thing I want you to do is just out of the blue add me on Snap. Me personally, I don't add any randos back on Snap unless I like know them. So yeah, that's my little rant for the day. Not that this will change it, but just putting it out there.
Moving on is fine, and moving on, you know, it's completely normal, but how fast a person moves on and the way they move right after, it shows you a lot. It's like they already had an exit plan. It's kind of like they already knew, you know what I mean, or had somebody that was on their mind or somebody they wanted, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with a person moving on and finding love somewhere else. But how quick somebody moves on from you or how fast somebody go jump with the next person, it shows you what they wanted to do and what they were thinking and how they were feeling when they were with you. It's how I'm saying, if they move on instantly like this with no healing, no recovery, no, it's how I'm saying, taking time to work on themselves. No, when they just strictly just move on like that, those are the things they've been wanting to do and the things they've been plotting from way before when y'all was together. You know what I mean? You probably didn't even know about it, or you know what I mean? Like, how fast somebody moves on tells you a lot about how they felt about you. It's how I'm saying, it tells you a lot about what they couldn't wait to do. You know what I mean? How they couldn't wait to move. It's how I'm saying, they may not have cheated, but they probably was in the back end, you never know. But they may not have cheated, you know what I mean? But they couldn't wait to do some things that they couldn't do when they were in a relationship, or to talk to certain people they couldn't wait to talk to when they was in a relationship. I'm telling you, how fast a person moves on tells you a lot about how they feel about you. I'm telling you.
It's not my fault if you are a single mom who had a baby with a deadbeat. Most men who are interested in a woman with kids and a deadbeat baby daddy already understand what they're getting into. So they are already pretty understanding. And if you're a single mom who chooses to get back in the dating world, it's your obligation to make the time since you chose to get back out there. Y'all should be more appreciative of the men without kids who take on the responsibility of another man's kids. The men who aren't understanding wouldn't even look the way of a single mother.
But what we can't allow is for the loudest guy in the room or the loudest guy in the comments to create the narrative for all men and how all men feel about you. What I've also seen in these comments are so many single women, and they believe that that is how we feel about you. But the reality is that we see you, we just don't want that trauma spilling over into a new relationship with you as we try to just take you out to dinner. We don't want this narrative to be carried in to our courtship. The right guy that's willing to lead you and that is going to make plans for you, he needs to make sure that you are emotionally available to him and you're going to give him a clean slate. So I have to say, don't allow the loudest guy in the comments and the loudest guy in the room to create a distraction away from what you deserve in obtaining everything that you're worthy to get.
This is my hot take of the day.
I don't think men should ask women, can I buy you a drink? Why don't you go to the bartender and be like, hey, I'm buying her next drink. And go sit yourself down somewhere. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, she's going to come over and say, the bartender told me you brought my drink. Thank you. The big difference is that men with confidence do that. Because men with confidence are like, okay, cool. Maybe she'll come over, maybe she won't, but that's that. And that's like a gift out of the heart. Versus men who like want to come up to you and be like, can I buy you a drink? You know what that means is like, okay, you're basically asking like, paying for a drink so you can talk my ear off, so we can have conversation. It's like an exchange thing, not like a out of the heart thing. And the exchange part can be a scary thing. Like, what are you exchanging? Like, it's a red flag in a woman's head. It's like, okay, I take this drink, and then what is he expecting? Like, does he think I'm supposed to do something for this drink? Go back to his house? Like, what? So I definitely think that the exchange thing is not very fair, meaning that if you're going to buy someone something, just buy it for them. You don't need to ask. If I'm in Starbucks and I see someone in back of me, they're having a bad day, I'm going to buy their drink. I'm not going to be like, let me talk to them first. You see? Okay. That's all I have to say.
All right, listen, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You won, ladies. I'm done dating. I can't do it. The dating world's so bad. I can't. Do I got food pantry stamped on my forehead? Somebody answer me that question, because the amount of food and mouths I fed going out on dates, that's how I feel. I can give hams to the homeless this year for Christmas with the amount of mouths that I fed going on first. I could be driving a Ferrari. I could be driving a Ferrari right now with the amount of money I spent on first dates. I can't take it anymore. And listen, I get it.
This is exactly why a lot of men are just done with dating. They're frustrated because they're doing what they think they're supposed to be doing. They are putting a lot of time and effort and money into the first date. But when ladies don't appreciate that and they go into those first dates with very low energy and very little reciprocation, the date is not going to go well. And that just leads to a lot of these failed first dates. But for women, they will just keep going on these first dates because they're not really putting anything into it. It's different for men, which is why men are becoming more and more careful about who they're asking out on that first date and what that first date looks like. He might rather suggest a coffee date or a long walk. And I think that those are good solutions for men. But the problem is that a lot of women still have not adjusted to it. They think that if a man doesn't spend a ton of money on her on the first date, that he either doesn't have it or doesn't like her very much. Not true, ladies. He's probably just a good man that's tired of feeling used.
This might be controversial, and I might even get canceled for it, but you know what? It's real. It's me. It's how I feel. I don't think I have met a smart man. I think men are capable of reading comprehension, maybe even memorization. Fine. As I get older, I'm nearing my 40s, and I'm third wheeling with a lot of my friends. I'm seeing relationships between my family, and I don't think I've ever met a smart man. And I mean this in a way where I don't think any of the men that I know could live the life that they do currently without their wives. Just today, I was talking to a friend about some guy not reaching out to her, blah, 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 and she's thinking if he wanted to, he would. I think he could want to as long as he lives, and he wouldn't because he's not smart. It gets to a point where you just have to do whatever you want to get what you want. So if you want this guy who hasn't texted you back, text him, do whatever you want, drag his to the altar if you want to marry him. And I think that's what it is. And I'm looking at my friends who are in relationships, and they've molded their partners to be exactly what they want. And that goes obviously without conversation and discussion, but that's it. I feel like single women forget that every husband that seems to be a good partner has been molded. They didn't come out that way. So stop giving men the benefit of the doubt and do whatever you want with them. They're stupid.
Because he's so much of a masculine man, he wants a feminine woman. A masculine man is not attracted to a masculine energy woman. A woman who is feminine. It has nothing to do with sexuality. It doesn't have to do with the way she dresses and her makeup and clothes and if she has a nice body. That's not how a man deduces and understands if he's with a feminine woman. It's about the way a woman engages with the world. So how are you engaging with the world? Are you more in your provider, action, producing, go-getter, move forward energy? Or are you in your just going with the flow, being, expressing yourself, feeling? It's such a different vibe. And a man feels this very quickly. Why does he want a woman like this? They consider themselves almost like they're conquerors. They're like in a war. They're like, think of Spartans, right? This is why men love in sports and war movies, fighting, things like that, because it allows them to triumph, to have victories, to score, to have a win. That testosterone that men are filled with is something that drives them to take action and go after something and win. Because he's a conqueror, when he finds a woman, he wants to be with a woman that allows him space to get out of that like war mentality conquering. He doesn't want to have that on all the time. A woman for him is like a space where he can relax, let go of that, get out of his head and get into his body, get into his heart.
Duh, of course my video went viral where I said that men only approach relationships with women actionally and they don't approach us in a romantic way. Women are combating that with also approaching men actionally and being like, well, if you're not paying for things, I don't want to deal with it. If you have any sort of pushback on this or you don't agree with what I'm saying, I want you to think about this. Think about the most successful women you know in your real life or well-known women. They either don't have a man or they married someone or they keep a man around as a business decision. The most powerful, successful, healthy, happiest women. Men do this too. Men only date women that they know they can gain something from. I would like to argue that it's almost more detrimental, obviously, for women to be dating someone that can benefit them in some way because there's no in-between. If you're dating a man, they're either going to make your life miserable or they're going to make your life better. There's no in between on that. So yes, it is very detrimental for women to at least gain something from dating a man because at the end of the day, feelings are fleeting. Love and men can change their minds at the drop of a hat, the same way that their mood can change at the drop of a hat, and they can also just all of a sudden become and like there's the risks for women to be in relationships with men. The risk is higher than the reward at this point. So of course we're asking for compensation. Of course we're asking at the very least for you to have money and stability, because financial stability, in my opinion and in smart people's opinions, financial stability is more important than love. Love is fleeting. That is just life. And the smartest, most successful women know this. And that's why they marry as a business decision and not just because of love. Love is not an important enough reason to date or marry a man. It just isn't. And it never will be.
A lot of these men move on from women quickly, as they would say it. It's not really quick. This man has been trying to get you to understand that, hey, you're not really taking care of me like I'm taking care of you. A lot of these brothers out here are paying bills and giving husband treatment and get nothing back. And at that point in time, they've woken up. They're waking up and realizing, hey man, this ain't worth it. I'm spending all my money before I marry this woman. Let me go ahead and say, hey, I just lost some money and get the heck up out of Dodge before I lose any